2021. I've got a, well, hopefully not too crazy a flow for you this morning. So for those of you who are on my classes at the end of last year, you'd remember I normally do quite an active class on the Saturday morning, and then the Sunday afternoon class tends to be a bit more relaxed and chilled. So I unfortunately won't be on tomorrow afternoon because I've got training course on, but yeah, I've let Kat know. So Kat Lane will be covering for me tomorrow afternoon for those who normally jump on for the Sunday as well. And she'll be doing more of a chilled class as well. So let's get started. We'll start today in a seated position, whatever that means for you. So whether that be kneeling like me, I'm actually sitting up on a block. If cross-legged is comfortable for you, take that option. And just giving the shoulders a little bit of a roll over. Take a big deep breath in and then exhale, letting it all go. And maybe one last one, big deep breath in and out. Letting the breath come back to neutral. Settling in for our class this morning. For some of us, this may be our first yoga class back after the break. Maybe bringing your mind to what brought you here to this class this morning, whether it be some time out for yourself or just a bit of exercise. Get the body moving. Bring your mind to that. What is it that brings you to yoga this year? Are there any goals you want to achieve this year? And can these classes help you with that? Whether that be losing some weight, whether that be getting healthy, any of those sort of body goals, yoga can help. So taking 2 or 3 more big deep breaths in and out. In. And from here, we'll slowly roll over to all fours. If you're sitting on a block or something like that, releasing that. Coming to all fours, we'll draw the belly in towards the spine. And inhale, looking up. And then exhale, round through the spine. Let's take 2 or 3 more like that. Inhale. And exhale. Pull in. Keep the shoulders away from the ears, draw them down the back and out. Beautiful. In and out. Tuck the tailbone under as you round the spine. I want you to really think about keeping that tuck of the tailbone. So even when you come back to your flat back here, so coming back to your flat back, neutral spine, I want you to focus on keeping a slight tuck of the tailbone. So it'll feel a little bit weird. The belly will engage, core will engage, so all the rectus abdominis down the front of the belly will engage. And you'll take that slight tuck of the tailbone. And you may feel that that starts to take a little bit of pressure out of the lower back. So a lot of us, when we sit here with our so-called neutral spine, we sort of let our belly drop down a little bit with not so much engagement through the core. So if we engage that core, draw the belly up to tuck that tailbone under slightly. So my spine is still in a neutral position, but my tailbone is tucked slightly. And when I do that, I really feel the pressure come out of my lower back. So my lower back feels a lot more spacious, like there's a lot more space between the bones. So when I sort of let everything drop down a little bit, you can see my back arches a little bit. And yes, we have a normal arch in our back, but if we let everything drop down, I start to feel pressure in my spine, because all of those bones, the backs of my vertebrae, start to crunch up together in my lower back in particular. So I'll take that little tuck of the tailbone, and I'll pop the toes onto the floor. So follow along with me here. Tuck the toes onto the floor. We're just going to keep that engagement through the core, hover the knees off the floor. It's not called active yoga for nothing. And we'll drop the knees down to the floor. Let's take 2 more like that. Hover the knees. Obviously, if you've got any back injuries and that kind of thing, you can stay here just in your cat-cow if that feels better for you. Beautiful. Let's take 1 more. Engage the core, engage the spine, and then push all the way back up to our down dog. Take it for a little bit of a walk here. Bend one knee, push the opposite heel down. Now, if anyone does have any injuries, please pop them into the chat box for me. I didn't actually ask earlier on. Obviously, I've got the sign-in sheet, but any injuries, pop them in the chat box for me. And I will take a look at that. Beautiful. Let's take a little walk through our down dog, getting a stretch through the back of the legs. Keep the belly drawn in here. Try and roll the elbows around to the back of the room. Beautiful. Taking 2 more here. Nice slow little walks, coming back to center. Roll the body all the way forward and then drop the knees down to the floor again. Beautiful. Setting up here. This time we're going to lift up through the right leg and the left arm. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale to lift. Exhale, knee to elbow. Keep that engagement through the belly and the core. Exhale. Beautiful. Inhale to lift. Exhale. Keep the right leg lifted. Lower the left hand down towards the floor. Stabilize here. Draw the right heel in towards the butt. And then from here, reach that left hand around. We're going to grab for the right foot, if that's accessible. If not, you can grab a strap, a towel or something like that and use that for a little bit of support. Now here, you'll get a nice stretch. If you've got the foot, you'll get a nice stretch through the front of the right leg. Draw it in a little bit closer. Squeeze that hamstring. Take 1 more breath and release. Beautiful. So working a bit of strength as well as the stretch here. Inhale, let's lift up the left leg, draw the belly in, engage the core. Inhale, lift up right arm, opposite arm and leg. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale to lift. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale to lift. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale to lift. Take 2 and lift. 1 more. Inhale to lift. Replace the right hand. Keep the left leg lifted. Engage all those little muscles under the butt. Engage the core. Bend that left knee. Heel comes in towards the butt. Reach around with the right hand if that's accessible for you. Grasping the foot. Reach up, kick into the hand. Work a little bit of strength and then pull the heel in closer if you've got hold of it. Keep the shoulders engaged, everything engaged here. 1 more breath in and then exhale. Slowly release back down to the mat. Beautiful. Take a little wiggle from side to side. Maybe another round of cat-cow if that feels good. And then exhale. Tuck the toes under, pushing all the way back up to our down dog. We'll take 1 or 2 more breaths here. Tilt the hips up high to the sky. So really push them up high. 1 more breath. Inhale, lift up to tiptoes. Walk feet forward to the front of the mat, nice and slow. Take a nice deep bend in the knees here, if you need it. Let the body fold forward onto the thighs. Take a rag doll from side to side. Beautiful. Let that breath deepen. If you need to bring your knees and your feet out wide, do that. Sometimes that can feel good to give the belly a little bit of space if you need to. Exhale, release the hands down to the mat. And then inhale, slowly rolling all the way up to stand. Shoulders come up last. Give them a nice little bit of a roll over. And coming into our Tadasana or mountain pose. From here, bring your attention to your lower back and your butt. From here, engage the glutes, engage those little muscles under your butt that run down into your hamstring and the inside of your legs. And tuck the tailbone under. So butt's not sticking back, you tuck the tailbone under. So it's sort of like a bit of a twist and a rotation through the pelvis. Tuck the tailbone under, engage the belly, engage the glutes, engage those little muscles under the butt. And you'll notice everything starts to switch on, the pelvic floor, the butt, those little muscles, the piriformis, even down around your hamstring. All of this will start to engage. I want you to think about that right through our class today. We're going to be doing some movements that are going to start and encourage a bit of hip stability so your body's got something to stack on top of. It's going to take a bit of pressure out of the lower back. I know a few people have said to me lately they've got back issues and that kind of thing. And when we sit a lot, as we often do or sometimes do during the holidays, then that can cause some back issues. So keep that tuck of the tailbone. I've talked enough. Let's lift the arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, step that right foot back. Beautiful. Hold it here. Keep everything engaged. Keep the glutes engaged. Reminder for myself as much as you. Lower that back knee down towards the floor. And then inhale, we lift all the way up. So from here, you keep the tuck of that tailbone. Glutes engage. This will help you get a bit of a stretch through that front of the right hip here. Take one more breath in. And exhale, hands release down to the mat, tuck the back toe under, and we'll push back to our down dog. Awesome, set it up here, tilt the hip bones high. Beautiful, roll it all the way forward. So roll through the spine, head comes through last, shoulder stack over wrist. Keep that slight tuck of the tailbone, glutes engaged. Lower the knees down for this first round. And exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. So elbows graze your ribs. Beautiful. Inhale. Take a cobra position. So hands are light on the ground here. And exhale to lower. Beautiful. Take one more here. So engage the legs. Knees might lift off. Inhale. Roll the shoulders back. And exhale to lower. Beautiful, plant the hands down, tuck the toes, pushing all the way back, work strength through the arms, push back to down dog. Beautiful, inhale, lift up that right leg high to the sky. Keep that slight tuck of the tailbone, keep the engagement around the hips. Bring that right knee forward, keep all that engagement. Step it to the outside of that hand. So right foot comes to the outside of the right hand. Beautiful. From here, keep the feet where they are. So we're going to keep that right heel or left heel lifted off the floor here. And we're going to open out to a twist. So keep that engagement through those muscles around the hips. Really need your hip stability for this one. It's a bit of a funky one. not the way we usually go. And exhale, release the hands down to the floor and step the left foot forward, coming into a Malasana or Yogi squat. So you can have the heels lifted off the floor if they don't want to come down to the floor like mine are at the moment. This is a bit of a tough one. Hands come down to the floor, lift up, heel toe the feet into center, forward fold. Beautiful, inhale, rising all the way up to stand. Keep that tuck of the tailbone, keep the engagement around the pelvis, hands to heart. Inhale, arms rising all the way up. Exhale, folding all the way forward. Beautiful, inhale, take that half lift. Exhale to fold, plant the hands, left foot steps back. Keep that tuck of the tailbone feeling. Exhale, lower the knee down. Inhale to lift. Once again, that tuck of the tailbone will encourage the stretch through the front of that left leg. Or feel like you're tucking the tailbone. It doesn't have to be so much a visible shift, as long as you can feel the engagement in the muscles. Take one more breath here, or try and bring your awareness to it anyway. Take one more breath in here. Exhale, hands release down to the mat. Tuck the toes, push all the way back. Down dog. So take note in your down dog here. For most of us, our shoulders are actually wider than our hips. So feet are at hip width apart, arms are at shoulder width apart. So the hands might be a little bit further apart than the feet. Maybe take a note of that. Beautiful. From here, inhale, let's roll all the way forward, high plank. Keep that tuck of the tailbone, knees come down to the floor for this second round as well. Keep that engagement through the core around the pelvis. Don't let the pelvis drop down first. Bring the weight forward onto the hands, elbows bend, graze the ribs. Inhale, lift cobra. Light pressure only through the hands. Butt is active, legs are active. One more breath and lower. Beautiful. Tuck the toes. Push all the way back up. Down dog. Awesome. Take 2 more breaths in here. Create space around your neck. Your neck can move freely. Inhale, we lift up through the left leg here. Keep that stability around the pelvis. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it through to the outside of the left hand. So it's going to point out to the side slightly. Taking one more breath in here. Engage all the muscles in your feet here as well. Ankle stability, really important here for this particular one. We peel the right hand open into that open twist. Keep that back heel and leg active. One more breath in. Exhale, hands release down to the mat. Step it forward into that yogi squat. Beautiful, crazy way to start the year, right? Exhale, hands release down to the mat. Lift the hips up, heel toe the feet. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Beautiful. Inhale, rise all the way up. Keep everything engaged. Hands to heart. Awesome. Inhale, arms rising all the way up. Exhale, hands release down to the mat. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, stepping right leg back. Sorry, we're starting on the right here. Change over if you need to. Step the right leg back. Beautiful. From here, plant that right hand down to the floor. Inhale, open to a twist. So you're twisting towards that front leg, towards the left. One more breath in. Exhale, hands release down to the mat. Plant them, step back to our high plank. Engage all those muscles around the pelvis. Keep that tuck of the tailbone. Option to lower the knees down to the floor if your upper body's not feeling strong this morning. Inhale, roll the weight forward, bend the elbows. Inhale, take your up dog or cobra. Whatever option you're opting for this morning, work with your body where it's at. Exhale, back through to down dog. And of course, even if that's not for you, you can come into that cat-cow movement that we did earlier today even. Take an option that works for your body. Inhale, lift the right leg up high to the sky. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose. Beautiful, step it through to the outside of the right hand. Beautiful, from here, keep that back heel nice and active. Inhale, we open into that twist. So open twist rather than a closed twist. Work that back ankle, work the core here. Work that stability. Exhale, hands release down to the mat. Step it forward, yogi squat. Beautiful. Inhale, lift up. Heel toe the feet. Halfway lift and fold. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Maybe take a moment here. When we bring our hands to heart center, use that as a reminder to check in with your body. How is your body feeling? How is your body coping with these movements? Do you need to dial it up, dial it down? Take options where it works for you. You don't want to be pushing your body through an injury or to an injury. Inhale, arms rising all the way up. Exhale, hands float down, swan dive forward. Inhale, we take a halfway lift. Keep that engagement through the core, shoulders draw back. Exhale, release. Step that left leg back. We're on the left side here. Plant the left hand down. Inhale, close twist. So twist towards your right leg. One more breath in here. Exhale, hands release down to the mat. Step it back to that high plank. Keep the hips level and stable. Engage the core, engage the glutes. From here, roll the body forward. Exhale, low plank. Use the knees if you need. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Take your option. Up dog, really strong pose. Legs engaged, glutes engaged, core engages. Everything engaged to support your lower back. Exhale, back through to down dog. Take 2 deep breaths in here. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Allow space for the neck to move. 2 more breaths. The next breath in, inhale, that left leg lifts up to the sky. Keep the hips level and stable. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose and step it to the outside of the left left hand. Beautiful. Stabilize here through your hips. Plant the left hand down. Right hand peels up, twisting the opposite direction. Engage all the muscles in the body, working in a way we may be not used to. Exhale, hands release down to the mat. Step it forward, yogi squat. Beautiful, hands release down to the mat. Lift the hips up, heel toe the feet. Take a halfway lift here. Exhale to fold. Inhale, arms rising all the way up, hands to heart. Check in. Beautiful. Inhale, arms to rise. Exhale, folding. Inhale, take that half lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands. Step back, right leg. Beautiful. Follow by the left, come straight to high plank. Roll the body forward, come through your flow. Whatever that looks like for you this morning, even if it's cat-cow. Exhale, back to down dog. So inhale, right leg lifts up high to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, step it all the way through to the outside. Drop the back knee down here. Let the hips sink down, open through the front of that left hip. If you want a little bit more here, now that you're a little bit warmer, you can push that right hand into the right leg, push it out to the side. That's option 1. Option 2, if you want a little bit more. So option to stay with either of those versions, or you can reach back for that back foot and get another stretch into the front of that left leg. This is a crazy version. Don't feel you have to go there. Taking 2 more breaths in. Exhale, release that. If you've got hold of the back foot, heel toe that front foot in towards center. Straighten into the front leg, bend the back leg, get a stretch into the hamstring for a half Hanuman. Beautiful. Roll the body all the way forward. Beautiful. Open out that left foot to the right hand side of your mat. We're going to come up into a little bit of a hip opener. We're going to come out into our baby warrior. So the back knee is on the floor here. So same as your warrior legs, but the back knee is on the floor. It's a bit of a funky position. Inhale, flip, reverse your baby warrior, and then straighten the front leg, coming into a funky version of a gate pose. 1 more breath in, or a side plank, whatever we want to call it here. 1 more breath in. Inhale, lifting all the way up, pivot around into your gate pose. Going to stretch through the side of the body. 1 more breath in here. Beautiful. Pivot back around to the front of your mat. Beautiful. Tuck the back toes under, step it forward. Take a halfway lift and fold. Inhale, rising all the way up. Exhale to fold. Beautiful. Inhale, we take a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands. Left foot steps back, followed by the right, straight to high plank. Keep everything stable and locked in. Roll the body forward. Exhale. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Take your option. Exhale, back through to down dog. Work that stability through the hips. Inhale, lift up that left leg high. Keep the hips stable. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it through to the outside. Drop the back knee down. Option to stay here. Option to push the left hand into the left knee. Push it out to the side. Option to stay here, or reach behind and grab hold of that right foot. Beautiful. Let the hips sink back down. Let the chest open. Taking 3 or 4 more breaths here. And then slowly start to release when you're ready. So keep control. Don't let that foot slingshot if you've got hold of it. Heel toe the foot into center. Straighten through that front leg. Coming into our half Hanuman. Taking a breath here. Roll the body forward. Bring that right foot out to the left hand side. Opening up into our baby warrior. Beautiful. So you get an opening, real big opening through the center of the legs here, through the groin. Take another breath in. Beautiful. Inhale, flip, reverse that baby warrior. Bring the hand down to the mat, straighten the front leg, maybe coming into that modified side plank. Beautiful. 1 more breath in here. And then windmill all the way up. Use your core to control it, coming into our gate pose. Beautiful. 1 more breath in here. Beautiful. Start to bend that front knee, adjust the toes, windmill the hands down to the front of the mat, adjust the feet. Beautiful. And tuck the back toes under, step the foot forward, halfway lift and fold. Inhale to rise, hands to heart. Beautiful, let's build on. Inhale, arms to rise. Exhale to fold. Inhale, we take a halfway lift here. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, stepping right leg back here. Beautiful. Inhale into that twist. Exhale, release the hand. Step it back, high to low. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back through to down dog. Inhale, lifting up through the right leg. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose. Step it through. Beautiful, keep everything engaged. Beautiful, drop that back heel down to the floor. We come up to warrior one. So you're in a wide stance here. So the right foot is to the outside of your mat, or more towards the outside. Beautiful, one more breath in here. So work that stability through the hips. Exhale, open out, warrior two. Adjust your stance if you need. Inhale, we flip reverse. Exhale, come back to center, reach to side angle. Beautiful. Extend the top hand out over the top. Take one more breath here. Your option here, stay here, or you can remove or reach the bottom hand out to the side of the room, as if you're holding a plate or a platter on your hand. Take one more breath in here. Work the core, keep everything engaged. Inhale, we flip reverse. Exhale, windmill all the way around to the mat. Awesome. From here, I changed my mind. Drop the back heel down again. Pivot around, come into Skandasana. Get that stretch through the groin. Open out through the hands if you need. Windmill all the way forward. Work strength. Step it through. Halfway lift and fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Hands to heart. Inhale, arms to rise. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, stepping left leg back. Inhale, lift right arm into that twist. Exhale, release. Step it back, high to low. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back through to down dog. From here, inhale, we lift the left leg high. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose, hover, step it through behind that, or just in behind the left hand. Drop the back heel down to the floor, and then inhale, lift up, warrior one. Beautiful. Take another breath in here, stabilize through your core, through your belly. Exhale, open out, warrior two. Keep the hands, everything stays stable. Shoulders working, core working, groin, butt, all working. Inhale, flip reverse. Exhale, back to center. Reach from the hips. Exhale to side angle. Extend the top hand out over the top. Take one more breath in here. Option to release that bottom hand out towards the side. As if you're holding a plate or a platter. Take one more breath in here. Inhale, flip and reverse. Exhale, windmill the hands all the way down to the mat. Walk them around to the other side. Skandasana, bend the back knee, straighten through the front. Take your time, you can stay up tall, work strength here, or you can come down, but remember to keep muscles engaged as you come down to support your hips. One more breath in, pushing back into that back knee, back leg. Bring the hands forward, step it forward, take a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rising all the way up, hands to heart. Awesome. Checking in. From here, we're going to work a bit more of that stability. This is what I was talking about when I said we wanted to work stability through the hips and stability through the ankles as well. So inhale, let's lift up through the right leg. Hands come up. Beautiful. From here, into or externally rotate that leg. Bring it out to the side. Reach down with the right hand, my left, your right, and bring that heel in towards your groin. Beautiful. If that's not accessible for you, you can bring the foot to the calf or even the ball of the foot to the floor if that works better for you. Avoid the knee though. We don't want that foot on the knee because the knee joint is not designed to push out to the side. If you put sideways pressure on the knee joint, it usually doesn't work so well over the long term. Taking 2 more breaths in here. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears. Attention, you can often tend to do a bit of this. Drop them down. Keep space for the neck. 1 more breath. Push that foot into the thigh. Keep the legs engaged, push the thigh back against the foot. Inhale, bring it out, back around to the front, and release. Beautiful, shake out those legs if you need. 1 more here, left hand side. Inhale, arms rise, left leg lifts. Beautiful, bring it around to the side. Control, keep that slight tuck of the tailbone and use the hand to guide the heel into the groin, the thigh. Beautiful. Or to the calf, or ball of the foot to the floor, heel just above the ankle. Taking 1 more breath in here. Keep the core engaged, shoulders away from the ears. Keep breathing. Inhale, slowly release the foot. Bring it back to center and release. Beautiful, give it a nice big roll over. Shoulders, legs. Inhale, arms to rise all the way up. Step the feet out wide. Exhale, we sink down into that yogi squat again. So keep it nice and controlled on the way down. Beautiful. Take a little side to side if you need. Settle in. And then we release onto the floor, however you get there. We'll stretch the legs out long here. Bring the right foot into the groin again, or into the thigh. So you can see it better if I come onto this side first. So right foot is into your groin here. Beautiful. Inhale, let's lift all the way up. Keep that engagement through the ankle. Protect the ankle joint. Folding forward. Keep this front foot, so the left foot is going to pull back in towards your face. So the toes, ball of the foot, pull back. Keep that foot engaged. And inhale, rising all the way up. If you've got an option here, if you've got a block or a big thick book or a water bottle or rolled up towel or something like that, you may choose to grab that here. You're going to lift up that right foot. If you've got the space, you're going to cross the right shin and ankle over that left foot. You may choose to grab a block or something to pop underneath the knee, or a water bottle or something for a little bit of support, like so. And you can fold forward a little bit from here if you can. It's going to give a bit of self-massage to that left thigh as well. So if that's feeling like you're getting into a muscle there, obviously you don't want too much pain, but if it feels like a bit of a tough massage, then it's probably what we're looking for. Beautiful. One more breath here. And then slowly start to release. Bring that back into the thigh. And then from here, you can lift up. If you've got the space, you can slowly start to bring that foot underneath your butt. Just hooking it in underneath your leg, underneath your butt if you've got the space. Or as a third option, you can even reach around under that leg, and you probably can't really see me here. Reach that right hand around underneath the shin, grab the foot, externally rotate the ball of the foot, and bring the ball of the foot down onto the floor. So your shin is a little bit lifted. It's going to work with a bit of stability through that ankle here. Just as an option, a couple of little options to work on here. Slowly release. We've got to do the other side before we finish off. So bring left foot into the groin and fold forward. Keep that right toes pulling back towards your face. Slowly start to lift up. If you've got the space, left foot can come over the right outstretched leg. Use that block if that's there for you. You'll get that bit of self-massage through the right thigh. Maybe a little fold forward. Take one more breath. And then slowly release the foot. Come down to that last version. You can start to hook that foot underneath your butt a little bit if you've got the space, or alternatively, left hand reaches under the shin, rotate the foot, bring the ball of the foot down to the floor, knees might stay lifted under a block or something like that, so working a bit of stability through that ankle. Taking one more breath here, whichever option you're in, and slowly releasing. A few little things to work on over these coming weeks. From here, slowly release your body back down towards the mat. We'll come into our final pose, Shavasana. Slowly release the body back down. Any lower back issues, you may choose to keep the knees in the air, feet flat on the floor. Otherwise, just extending out long. I'd encourage you to take a little bit of time to breathe. Take some deep breaths here, lying on your back. Obviously, if you do need to move on with your day, then just take another 1 or 2 breaths here. Roll to your side. And then slowly come up to a comfortable seat. If you've got more time to stay on your back and rest here for a little bit longer, please feel free to do that. Take all the time you need in your Shavasana. If you do need to move on with your day, come up to a comfortable seat with me. Once you arrive in your seat, bringing your hands to your heart center. My quote for you today is from Arnold Bennett, who said, "The chief beauty of time is that you cannot waste it in advance. The next year, the next hour are laying ready for you, as perfect, as unspoiled, as if you had never wasted or misapplied a single moment in your life. You can turn over a new leaf every hour if you choose." Bringing the thumbs to the forehead. To each other we say, Namaste.